The question that I want to figure out today is the Boss Bandit the best champion in the game? I think so at the moment right now. There's the other one that you could argue. The only other argument is Archer Queen. I think Goblinstein's still good, but it's definitely not #1 champion anymore. Thankfully, after like 10 years of it being the best one, it felt like that long anyways, but I think Boss Bandit right now has a little bit more usage than Queen. I know it's a new card, and that might change throughout the season, but you can tell by the influence of people's decks. Literally everyone has guards, or I know it's for Prince as well, but mainly everyone has guards for Boss Bandits and Princes. So people are starting to play Prince a lot less just because of that fact, which is good for me. I'm fine with that. I hate the Prince. But the Boss Bandit is definitely just super dang good, and you can tell by people's deck construction that they're literally building around the card, if that makes sense. And that doesn't happen very often. You know, there's not too many cards that are that strong where you actually have to have a response or you can't do anything. And this is definitely one of them. So he's going to go delivery in the back. I don't know about that delivery placements. I guess he was just cycling, but I'm just going to go for the log on top of this recruit right here and just kind of chill. Don't want to use my Boss Bandit because if I do, he'll probably hit a Lumberjack balloon opposite lane and I'll just be cooked. So I'm going to go Skellies like this, and then I think we go Boss Bandit the back right. That's fine right here. And then if he goes for the balloon plus Lumberjack, now we have Evo, Ice Spirit, and Cycle, so that should be okay. But I guess we'll find out. He does go for the guards. Like I said, everyone has guards in this game for this specific reason, which does kind of suck, but it's all good. I mean, we can still work around it. You can see right there, even with the guards down, the Boss Bandit somehow still survives in many situations. He's going to go basically all in here on the left hand side, but Evo Ice should shock that and freeze that balloon again. It didn't freeze the balloon. Oh shoot. Is that gonna be a hit? I think it's just barely gonna hit my tower. No, it doesn't. Wow, I'm lucky, but I was kind of hoping that Ice Spirit got on top of the balloon. A little bit unlucky that it didn't there, but I'm just gonna go here and then pre-log for the guards just in case. Even if he doesn't play him, he has to wait, so I get a couple minor hits anyway. So honestly, it's fine if he doesn't play them, as long as we're pre-logging every time he has guards and cycle. So let's go Skellies like this, and then I'm actually going to go for the Boss Bandit at the river and then Miner again. I want to try and be aggressive. He doesn't have Lumberjack and cycle. He goes for the delivery. Well, now he has Lumberjack. What am I saying? He didn't play Lumberjack. He played guards. I'm stupid. But this is going to be fine. He's going to go for a balloon right now. We can Tesla down low, evolve Tesla. That should be good damage, hopefully, on top of the balloon. I can go Spears down low just to make sure, and then to go for the Miner. No! I didn't get the Miner down in time. That's my fault. We literally had a perfect defense right there if I just placed the Miner a half second faster, but it is what it is. We're still winning, but definitely mad at myself for that one. Let's just go log on these guards on the right-hand lane. Then just set up a Tesla here. I know he could punish me opposite lane with an immediate Lumberjack, but I don't think he will. I think he's going to kind of chill out. I'm going to cycle my Spear Goblins. He goes for a balloon to back. Very interesting decision-making there. I feel like that might be the worst play he could have made, but maybe I'm wrong. I guess we'll find out pretty fast here. Let's go for the log. That cannon is miserable. I'm not going to lie. He does go for the guards. Let's just Evo Ice that balloon so it doesn't take out my Tesla, and then we should be chilling. So not bad at all. I could just go Minor Poison. Okay, that cannon reaches that, doesn't it? Oh my gosh, that's crazy. I guess that's my fault too. Let's just go Poison on top of the Lumberjack and balloon. Pretty good value right there. And then we can go for the skeletons up high, log like this, and then you know, we can just Spears. I don't even need to Tesla this. That the other Tesla is still alive, so we can kind of just take our time. And pretty much anytime he goes Queen, you know, another perfect counter. This is why another part of why I think the Boss Bandit is better than the Queen is you just have the perfect counter every time. He's going to go guards in front, but does it matter, guys? Like, genuinely it doesn't, because if you play a deck where you have enough support for your Boss Bandit, you can take out the guards, you can take out everything, and it still wipes out most of his support troops. It's just a crazy card. It's not like the most broken card ever released, for sure, but it does definitely have a ton of, what's the right wording for it? A ton of aspects about it that aren't fair and unbalanced, so that's a good way to put it. But I'm just gonna go here, and then I'm gonna set up my I'll just set up a Tesla. Yeah, okay, he goes balloon. I was waiting for the balloon, but he was kind of being patient there. Evo Ice is super darn good. He has lightning. What the heck? We got to go Minor Poison for sure here. Spirit Goblins to make sure the balloon doesn't get death damage, hopefully. Then I can just go for the Miner in the back. We are putting a Miner on his tower again in like 3 seconds. Look at this Boss Bandit, dude. It's still alive. Oh my gosh. Even if you don't get Boss Bandit damage, look at the 3-card cycle. Like, this is ridiculous. Okay, that proves the point right there. Boss Bandit has to be #1 champ. What? Okay, we got a match here against Bing Bang. Definitely a funny name. We're just going to go Ice Spirit the River right here and see what he does want to do. So Bar Barrel makes me think recruits, or maybe graveyard, maybe lava? No, probably Golem, actually, if you think about it. Okay, maybe not. I don't know. Maybe it is Lava Hounds, but with Bar Barrel, that doesn't make much sense because, you know, you usually don't play Bar Barrel with a Lava Hound. They don't synergize, of course. I don't have to tell y'all that. But he's going to get some damage right there on the right. I don't really care too much because I'm going to go in left lane anyways, so I'm just going to go Spear Goblins to the river. There's the healer, so yeah, it's definitely Golem. I guess it could technically still be Elixir Golem, but I just doubt that. I don't know. Elixir Golem's definitely one of those decks where you can kind of tell right away that they're playing it. I don't know about that E-Drag either, to be honest, because, of course, the Boss Bandit has the unique ability to go backwards. Literally the only card in the game that can go backwards on command, but I'm just going to go Miner the back and then see what he wants to do. He's going to NATO. That's going to block it. Oh my gosh, that was beautiful. I didn't even necessarily mean to do that, but I realized what was happening right as I put that Miner down. And that's going to be Tower down just like that. So we got the King Tower activation in 2 ways right there, both with his Tornado and by losing his Tower. So I guess that's a pretty good start. But he's probably going to Golem the back. He's up like probably 4 Elixir-ish if I had to guess, or maybe 3. And I'll just have to try and defend. So he goes Pump to back instead. Interesting. I'm just going to poison that. I can't kill the Evo E-Drag, though, so this could be a bit of an issue if he does go for a huge Golem push. And he also does have Barbs for defense, so I can't just easily go for a 3 crown if he Golem was the back. Definitely a little bit of a tricky situation here. I'm going to go for the Ice. Actually, yeah, let's go Ice now, just to cycle and get back around to our Poison faster. And then I can go for the Skellies like this. Let's set up a Tesla. We're almost in double. I might be able to cycle double Poisons on top of this E-Drag. I know that sounds kind of crazy. He's going to deploy an E-Drag. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so I got to be careful to healer, though. He's going to try and heal that bad boy up. I'm just going to go for the poison early, and then I can go for a little log like this, little ice spirit like this. And then we're back around to a poison in just a second if I can ever get back around here. There's the Barb's other lane, though. I can go log on those, and then maybe that's enough if I just go for like an ice, and then I'm back to spears and a few cards as well. Dude, spear goblins are carrying me on defense right now. Let's go for another set of spears, though. That one goblin on the right is carrying me. Taking out that entire golem and the skeleton dragon as well. Yeah, 30 seconds. Oh, that was a bad golem. There's not even enough time to do anything. You know, I'm just going to chill, because if I go for a Boss Bandit, he's going to get like a huge counter push, and then maybe I throw the game, and if I just defend, there's no way he takes my tower in 20 seconds. I don't know what he was thinking right there. I guess he thought maybe he had enough time to get a Golem push to the tower, but that was a sketchy defense, that last one. We can actually poison and Evo Ice this E-Drag to take it off the map. I believe that kills it just barely, if I'm not wrong. I'm just going to pop the ability, go for a log on the left-hand side, and yes, I was correct. That does kill the E-Drag. Perfect. Okay, so really good win right there. That was definitely a stressful deck to face. I'm glad we were able to defend that one massive push and not get completely overwhelmed and only lose like half our tower. So pretty solid win right there. We didn't have the greatest Golem responses either. All right, Diego G writes here, I like this deck because it's fast cycle, miner, poison. I really enjoy cycle decks most of the time, unless it's log bait. And then we also just get, you know, high pressure with the Boss Bandit as well. It's kind of the perfect fit for a cycle deck, to be honest. This card, especially a champion card, just the 3-card cycle with miner is always so overpowered. He goes for the tornado on that. I didn't expect him to have tornado, to be honest, but I'm just gonna go Boss Bandits, then go Spear Goblins as well, and just kind of see what he has. He's got the Knight. I can pop the ability though for that, and then we can easily defend that Inferno Dragon, of course, with just 1 elixir. So we're just gonna go Skellies now. The Boss Bandit does not charge. Look what I said, guys. Another person running cards. I mean, it's just like a guards epidemic right now because of what's in the meta. I've never seen 2 cards kind of affect an entire season meta so much. I guess 3 if you want to count the Lumberjack in there too, but it is just a very good guards meta, that is for sure. So if you're building a deck, I mean, maybe slap in the guards just for these couple cards, but just gonna go for the ice on the river. I'm gonna go spears as well to be annoying, because we want to keep up with the high pressure. He seems to have like a pretty expensive graveyard deck, if I had to guess, which we of course have poison for if he wants to go in with the graveyard, so I'm not too worried about that. I'm gonna cycle my Boss Bandit at the back though. If he graveyards, we're chilling. I can just go Skellies up high, then poison. Might have freeze as well. I'm not sure. I don't want to take any chances with that. That is for certain. So we'll just go for the Skellies right there. And then Boss Bandit should kite back that I-Drag enough to just kind of let me chill. So he's going to be able to take out the Boss Bandit, I think, here. I can pop the ability to go for a log like this just to be annoying. We do catch one of the guards, not all of them, though, which kind of sucks. I was trying to get a pre-log on them, but it's fine. I could just go... Oh, yeah, poison easily on that. And then Spear Goblins on top of these guards. Don't even need the Spear Goblins, to be honest. I could have just gotten away with the poison. But either way, they're going to provide some counter pressure. So I'm not really too stressed about that. So we're just going to go for these Skellies on top of this Barbarian Barrel, and go for the Miner on his tower again in the safe spots, just to be annoying. I mean, there's no downside to going Miner. He has a Knight for this, I think, though. No, he has Xe. Wait, did he just play Knight? I'm stupid. I don't remember, to be honest. But let's just go for the Tesla like this, and then we are up 1,400 damage. This game is basically unlosable, because if you play Miner correctly, you can play defense without hardly taking any damage almost every single time, especially against Graveyard when I have poison for the Graveyard each time. He goes for a freeze. I mean, I kind of like that freeze, but was definitely interesting to say the least. I'm going to go for the log right here, and then Spear Goblins are just taking care of that Eye Drag. We can go Ice Spirit like this. Oh, really, really bad Bar Barrel. I don't even need this poison, but I'm just going to do it anyways. I low-key probably should have poisoned the guards and then went Spear Goblins on defense. It's all good, though. I'm just going to go for, it's better to be safe than sorry against Graveyard is what I've learned from my life experiences in Clash Royale. But just going to go Spear Goblins at the river for that, just to force out something else. He goes for the Knight. I'm cool with that. Boss Bandit at the back should be good. He goes for the Evolved Exy, which I can just kind of poison the river now. And then hopefully we're chilling. He does go for the Freeze, though, which is kind of awkward. We do have Evo Tesla if I need it. I think we don't, though. Yeah, we're chilling right here. He can't even do much. Not a great tornado by him because that X is going to die either way. Yeah, perfect. Okay. We'll go Miner the back this time because I don't really care about, you know, his King Tower being up. I'd rather get a few hits than no hits if I play on the safe spot, if that makes sense. So I'm actually going to go Poison on offense and then go for the, hopefully this Boss Bandit can charge on his tower. That'd be so cool. Maybe. No, he does get the X. I can pop the ability, though, to take out the entire Executioner. Oh, my gosh. Boss Bandit, you're crazy. Oh, my gosh. Okay. That is insanity how much damage we just got and how much value we get out of that 6 elixir card. He played a Guards, a Knight, an Exy, and it didn't stop it. Like, nothing can stop it. Apparently, it's just broken. But just going to go for a little, I guess we'll go Boss Bandit right here and then Spears for this Inferno Dragon so he doesn't take that out. I'm going to pop the ability so that doesn't die. I don't want it to die. That would be sad. But he's probably just going to go guards this time on top of that. I'm going to get my skellies down for this. And then I also have log if he goes guards. I'm just going to pre-poison it. Okay, he does go for the guards, but not on the tower, which is fine. We get some good damage. Boss Bandit almost dashes again. Like, what is this card, guys? Holy cow. Let's go Ice Spirit like this. And then Tesla right here. I can probably... this could be a little bit awkward. Kind of a bad Boss Bandit because it's going to go backwards, yeah. Shoot. Okay, we're good. I'm just going to go for the Skellies up high, and then we got to go for the ability to make sure the Exy doesn't hit my Boss Bandit. Beautiful. Oh, just beautiful micro right there to take out everything. What a defense, by the way. That was kind of insanity, but I'm just going to go for the Tesla. Again, he's going to Knight the river, and then most likely either Freeze or Graveyard. There's probably both going to happen here. We're just going to go Log for the guards. Not a good guards the river. They don't really provide much offensive pressure on this matchup because, of course, Log is just easily going to take them out. And look at that, guys. Tornado nerf. The Spear Goblins don't die from a tornado. He has no chance of getting on tower, and that's going to be GG. So pretty much a flawless, perfect game right there. That really showcased how good the Boss Bandit is. It was getting, like, crazy value for even situations where it should have died 4 or 5 seconds ago. Okay, we've had a match here against SZY, and I'm not sure what he's running, but I'm just going to cycle my Skeletons plus an Ice Spirit the river just to be annoying. Even if he doesn't have a great response, he's going to kind of have to reply to that. So he goes Bomber, which is a bit annoying for me, but it's all good because we can go Spears opposite lane of that and just kind of wait for him. So he's got a Goblin Stein. Wow. That's kind of a free Tesla, I would like to think, because it's going to take care of the Goblin Stein and the Bomber, of course. So maybe Graveyard, maybe what else could this be? Goblin Stein, Bomber. Could be a few different things. I don't actually know what the heck this is, to be honest. But just going to go Boss Bandit at the back. He has Night Witch. Okay, could be Giant, I guess. With Goblin Stein, that was a little bit funky, but we'll see. I'm just going to go Skeletons behind this Boss Bandit and then Ice Spirit too. He does have Golem. Oh boy. I have to poison this, I think. I'm going to pop the ability number 1 to get a good dash, and that should actually take out the Night Witch instead. Yeah, perfect. I'll take that. That's actually really good for me. I can just go Skeletons right here. That should take out the Golem, and I'm going to pop the ability again. I know this is crazy, but I think the Boss Bandit needs to be alive to keep DPS down this Golemites. Oh my gosh, this card is invincible. It went from his side of the map to, or from my side to his side, back to my side to defend, and now it's going to be a counter push potential card as well. So he's going to have to go guards. Why does he have guards in a Golem deck? What the heck, dude? All right, whatever. That's definitely annoying because I feel like that might have been potential for another Boss Bandit broken moments right there. He's going to go for a Bomber on these Spears, but I'm just going to go for them anyways to force it out. Maybe we get a few hits. Nah, he does go for the Bomber in time, so I guess well played. I'm mad that he has guards, to be honest. That would have been such an easy lock right there, or at least forced out something super expensive, but I'm just going to go Ice again and be annoying and see if he does play something for that. He goes for a Goblin Stein for that. I'm going to actually go opposite lane. Screw this. I'm going all in, too. I don't care. Let's go for the Spear Goblins on 0 to kill these bats from the Night Witch, and then I can pop the ability here to keep that alive. Nice. And then I can just go Skellies once this Goblin Sign locks on. The Boss Bandit survives on 1 HP. Let's freaking go, Boss Bandit broken. That is perfect. We get a bunch of damage from that charge, and I'm glad that I did end up going for that push. It was kind of risky, but I think it paid off in the end, of course. He goes for a goal in the back. I think we just have no choice but to go in aggressively here at the river and then see what he does want to do for this. He goes for the guards, but those are behind the tower. Hold up a second. Okay, good bats by him, but I can just go Tesla. We have a lot of damage lead right now, and I'm not sure if this guy has spear goblins, or not spear goblins, lightning, or what spell, but I'm just going to go Boss Bandit the back. Oh my goodness. He just spent a bajillion elixir, so I'm guessing he doesn't have a spell for this. I don't know. Let's just go for the Ice Spirit over here on the left, and then I guess we'll evolve Tesla up high to kill everything. Hopefully, you know, Evo Tesla buff doesn't really do anything, as you can tell right there. Doesn't change many interactions, but that should be fine. Boss Bandit, I'm just going to pop the ability to keep it alive for a bit longer. This card is unbelievably stupidly overpowered. Holy cow. I mean, it just stays alive. There's no way to kill it unless you have a direct counter to it. But just going to go log on top of these guards, plus this golem, and then I have poison as well for defense if I need it. We'll get the spear goblins down right now, and then go skellies up high. And then he does have lightning. Wow, dude, what is his? I got to see this guy's average deck cost, because he's got a lot of expensive units in this one. But just going to cycle my log right here. We'll go spears up high. Hopefully that doesn't... Okay, that was bad timing on the spears, I can't lie. But you're going to go Evo Ice like this, and then Boss Bandit should get some dashes up on here. I'm going to poison this too. I know it's aggressive, but I think it's fine. I don't think he can really punish me too hard for this. We'll go skellies and then just cycle back around to hopefully another poison for his next Night Witch. That's the goal here. But just going to go for a low spear goblins. And then I can just Tesla the center, and then I've got my poison for whatever he'd like to deploy behind this golem. So there's the bomber. I think we can get a nice Ice Spirit timing on that, and then log. He does go for the... Okay, well, I messed up the lightning, or the Ice Spirit timing, but he messed up the lightning timing, so that was definitely pretty embarrassing on both of our ends. Just gonna go for the ability here, keep the Boss Bandit alive. He's saying thanks. I don't know why, because we're chilling on this defense right here. Boss Bandit is not gonna die to none of that. I will say those bats are really broken. I'm just gonna go Spear Goblins like this, and then hopefully we can catch the guards. Nope, we can't catch them with this log, but that's fine. We can just go poison on top of that Night Witch. We just have a damage lead where I feel like I can just kind of go for miners and go crazy, and hopefully we should be good to win this game. But he does go for the Evo Bats. Wait, does buffed Evo Tesla kill Evo Bats even if they're kind of, you know, boosted a little bit? It does not. So what was the point of the Evo Tesla buff? Okay, whatever. I'm just going to go poison like this. It doesn't do anything, but just going to go spears, and I think we're fine even though he has a lot of pressure. Poison is extremely broken on defense in this matchup. I'm just going to go for another poison, then we can cycle miners on his tower and hopefully have this game in the bag, because he still needs 2 lightnings and there's no way he's going to get that in time, as long as I don't let something connect to my tower. So I'm gonna go here. All right, poison on his tower. I gotta cycle quickly, actually. Yeah, we're good. That goblin sign should not get to my tower, thankfully. It's not gonna be as broken as it was before and just magically walk through everything, and we are gonna win this game just barely. Kind of a close game at the end, but solid video and solid deck. Let me know if you guys enjoyed this deck that I had. But yeah, anyways, hope you enjoyed the video, and peace.